amazing, but you can't get overexcited. It's one
Correct.
game. And I've been talking about MEM. How long? My main event mafia.
Yep.
Maxey, Edgecombe, and McCain. McCain is going to come back sooner than we think. How they use him. You know who this is all on? And here I go going against my normal moniker. I'm turning over a different stone. It's Nick Nurse because he's going to have to manage this.
Correct.
But it's a good problem to have because what last night proved to me is you don't have to give me full screen, but I'm just going to get real close and say it. The Sixers don't need Embiid or Paul George to be successful.
I've been saying that.
So
you and I have been saying
about
that.
the past, I get it. To be upset about the bad luck they had getting the number one free agent and having a guy who was supposed to be the Wemby. Embiid was supposed to be the Wemby. He was the big guy who was doing things that big guys don't do, and he was really good at it. He's got bad injury history. I am the type of person, I can't speak for Sixers fandom because it's so twisted. I cut that shit off. Cut that umbilical cord. Free it. Send that to the past. Let's hope if they can even load manage him and he can average 15 and 7. I'm okay with that. Don't get mad because MB didn't drop 30 last night. I just fucking said 34 for our rookie, 40 for our star. And you said it earlier today. This is Tyrese Maxey's team.
It is. And here's the thing I said in that podcast before this went live. If you guys want to check that out, go for it. I felt that was amazing what I did over there. But they don't need Joel Embiid in the fourth quarter. Not anymore. Remember last year how when Embiid was out, we were up by like 20, and then once he was down to 8,
you can see it drop.
You can just see it coming. It was so predictable. That's where Nick Nurse signed. That is where he signed. But I know it was a minutes restriction. He could have done it a little bit differently, but
I'm not going to question. I'm not going to question because I think this is a different game plan this year. And I've said this all the time when people want to crucify coaches, and I know people that don't want to give the process any more time. Process is done. Now it's how do I use that piece when and if it's available? Because there's a new sheriff in town, and that's Maxey and Edgecombe. Everyone's talking about them, but that's the one thing. And I do this for my Steelers too. When they're 4-1, everyone's like talking about the Steelers. No, I don't want to hear people talk about my team. I want my team to creep into the playoffs with a good record and make a run for it and peak at the right time.
Yeah.
Which can happen in the NBA. We've seen it the last couple of years with Indiana last year, teams like the Thunder in the past. We've seen teams get hot late. You can't get overexcited if you're a Sixer fan, but you can't be upset when and if Embiid gets hurt. Paul George comes back and his hamstrings, or whatever. You said it over the last 2 nights too. It's a different pace. It's fun to watch.
Yeah,
up and down the court.
It's so
not
fun
the
to watch.
Splash Brothers. It's not Iverson, but it's it's tastes of all of that shit balled up into a nice Philly cheesesteak sandwich that I just want to eat because like you said it a couple times last night, this is like fun to watch this type of basketball. When you have a big man as the center of your game, even if he's like an Embiid that can come out and do stuff, it slows the game down.
Yeah.
It seems like Nick Nurse thrives better in this type of game instead of that. And let's be happy as Sixers fans that we didn't see Lowry and Gordon for over half of a game. You know what I mean? There's so many positives right now. I mean, but I don't want to overbark and be like, ooh, we're back and we're going all the way. But you see the potential. Like the focus for so many Sixer fans has been on what a terrible pickup PG was, what a terrible contract Embiid was and his injuries. You can't change that though. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm just happy that the upper management has been digging into crates for players that are gritty. We had counsel, players like that, Oubre, my boy from Kentucky who they're not playing. You mentioned it last night.
Justin Edwards.
Now, hopefully he'll get worked into it. Now, this is a different style.
Yeah.
Than they were doing last year. So you got to work them in a different. And once again, I told you this the other night too. And I think you saw it when you watched a little bit of the Knicks stuff. this style doesn't fit Yabusele either.
No.
Grimes will fit into this flow as a third, fourth piece very nicely.
He had 10 points and 5 assists off the
That's
bench.
all he has to do, dude.
I agree. I agree. He was just not worth that kind of money.
Maxey he'll average around 30 where he did last year, which is superstar. You only had
I'll
3
take
of
it.
them last year that averaged 30. Joker, SGA, and when he got hurt, he fell out of it, but not too many players average over 30. That's why I wanted to point this out. Those were all over 25, but we can't expect that all the time.
Right.
But it's great to see because tons of high. You got Zion Duncan and Ja going to the bucket and Wemby doing his thing and Durant, as much as he kind of, didn't close out as best as he could, they now have a closer.
Yep.
It's exciting for this season, dude.
And what I'm about to say right now, and then we'll go into the other games. Dominic Barlow is a two-way guy. Dominic Barlow needs a standard contract. He played amazing. I don't care about Wofford anymore.
Yeah, but I think every once in a while Wofford will have one of those games. Every once in a
gotta
while
see it.
Edwards will have one of those games. Every once in a while Bona will have one of those games. I think, and they could prove me completely wrong. We talked about how the Pacers were built last year, how the Thunder were built, how the Nuggets were built, how the Celtics were built. Sixers are built that way now.
Now they are.
You got a couple stars. You have older guys that, if needed, can come in with experience, and they don't have to. You have the Bona, you have Watford, you have Edwards, you have all these young players now in and out, mixed in with just it's not as much. Oh, they're starting all the older. Like, can you imagine if they said, "Listen, we're gonna go Paul George, Gordon, Lowry, Maxey, Drummond." Or something, what that could be this team right now, because those veterans have proved they are good. The team could be that, but Maxey slowly breaking out 2 years ago turned into, we discussed it, almost every week here. This is turning into Maxey's team. Embiid, I don't want to say it's a good thing that Embiid was hurt all that time, but you can't focus on Embiid if he's not in the game.
Right.
Gave Maxey that chance to be like, I can be a superstar. Let me show you.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, this lineup is so versatile. Like, you can plug and play anybody here. You can plug and play anybody, which I really, really like. We missed that last year.
Too. They have some defense.
The
team has players that can play defense. And you know what happens when you do that? When you inject a defensive mindset into some of your team, the other ones step up.
Correct.
Luka. Luka's a good example. You put him with the LeBron of last year, and he didn't see no defense. But when you put him with a team that's fueled by defense, you saw him in the Euro League. That motherfucker played some real good defense. It's in him. Sixers have that. It's not like everyone's a great defensive player. They're the best defensive team. But you know what last night's game reminded me of last year a lot. Sixers are going to blow it. Sixers are going to blow it. I didn't want to act like that, but it seemed like Sixers are going to blow it. Jaylen Brown's going to get on a streak.
I thought that was going to happen too, because of that third quarter. That third quarter was terrible.
They're going to blow it. They started slipping in the third quarter, and that's when I joined. I just got done streaming. I popped in. I was like, whoa. They were up at half, and now they're down by 10?
Correct. Yeah. And, but we got the win.
That's what you got to be more leery of, not letting games slip that you should win. And they proved, and you're not going to, here's another thing. Let's not expect 34 and 40 from VJ and Maxey every game.
No.
But if Maxey only drops 15 one game and Oubre has 30 that game, you know what I mean? There's a give and take.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, you're going to hear it. As soon as one of them falls off and only drops 17. Oh, there it goes. I guess his rookie ain't good enough. Oh, Maxey's falling off. They did that. They tried to do that to Maxey last year, but I stayed true to him. I did not give in to that bullshit just because he had a slump. And he's playing hurt.